welcome to Friday Sews. I'm Lisa Ann Spencer. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Well, it has been a year, I think, since I made my last Friday Sews video, and that was from our rental house in Brooks, Kentucky. And you knew, if you remember and you followed along, that we were house hunting and found a house and we're prepping to move this time last year. So we did close on our house in January and we moved in February, and life has been a whirlwind ever since. I have done very little sewing. I have done some, but really not much to speak of. Mostly making repairs, fixing things, hemming pants, things like that. Talk about losing the sojo. And really my heart was being poured into my new place. We have a little homestead here, about 5 acres, and we now have, a big flock of chickens and 4 gardens, and we've been selling at market. So it has been busy, and so now that the days are shorter and the nights are longer, I've been turning my attention back to sewing and making videos. So anyway, glad to be back and look forward to catching up with some of you. So you see I have on my hat that I showed you last time that we were together, and so I've been wearing it for a year. I even have a paint stain on it, something we were painting around here, and I leaned into it. So I do want to remake it in this same plaid, but I'm also making 2 more. So last time I was with you, I didn't show you the pattern. I just mentioned it, so I do want to show you that pattern today. It is a Simplicity 5308 accessories, and I got this from a lady who has a YouTube channel, Cheap Hussey. And she has an Etsy shop as well where she sells vintage patterns. So I'm going to link her channel below. It is really wonderful. On Sunday afternoons, she goes through her Goodwill hauls and estate hauls, and she just has the most tremendous patterns and fabrics and buttons and things. From 50s and 60s and 70s. But I saw this and I've been looking for a Newsboy hat for a long time, and to make it in the colors that I like. And first I made this one in the large size and I thought it was going to be too big, but I actually like the bigness of it. And then when I washed it, it kind of shrank down a little bit. So anyway, I love it so much. I've already made another that I gave to my daughter, and now I'm going to make 2 more. So I have the one cut out here, which is in this, and I don't know what kind of material it is. Looks like a wool blend. And I don't know if you can see like the herringbone pattern in it close up, but I needed a brown. So I'm going to make it with this brown and then line it with this material from my daughter's dress from last year. So I think that's going to be lovely. And then I'm going to also make a bluish black with the herringbone pattern in it. I found this old scarf that I thought would make a really nice lining. You can see it complements the color very well there. And the fabric came from Joann's. I didn't go, but my daughter went, and I asked her to pick some things for me that she thought would make nice hats. So that's what she brought me. She did good. All right, the other thing that I'm working on, and I have shown this before, but we'll just revisit it because I keep remaking this shirt for my second daughter. It's a McCall's pattern 6658, and I've made some adjustments to it. We're using the round neck of this one and the short sleeves from this view, and we've actually made it a lot longer. So last year, you may remember that I made her this one from that pattern. Let's see if I can show you. And she loves it, and it's really beautiful. But the longer it gets down here, the tighter it gets. And the sleeves were too long for her. So I've already cut the sleeves off, and I'm going to put a hem on that. And then I'm going to put gussets, I suppose, in the bottom. I had some extra fabric. I'm going to open it up on the side and add an extra like 16 inches in there. Not 16, 10 inches. So that it'll be a little bit more flowy and comfortable for her. And then I'm going to make her another one out of this light color, which I already have cut out. And I did show this one to you on the last video, but now it's cut out. So it's a really soft. So my pattern pieces are still pinned. It's all kind of crinkly because it's been in the bag, but and I've made adjustments to make it a little roomier around the bottom for her. And she is my daughter who only wears black and shades of very, very, very dark gray. And when she saw this light blue with the flowers on it, she's like, oh, I love that. So I'm like, yeah, I'm going to make her a shirt out of that. It would be nice to see her wear something that had a little bit more color to it. So anyway, that is it for me today for Friday Sews. I have a big stack of projects left over from last year, several skirts and dresses and many things. So I'm hoping to maybe do a little work on those this winter. I won't be posting every week, I don't think. I don't think I'll have the time. But I will post when I have anything to show you that I've been working on. So for those of you who have watched this far, be sure to check out the link below to the hostess of this hashtag Friday Sews, which is Jen at Today in Jen's Sewing Room. And then be sure to check out the hashtag Friday Sews. There are thousands of wonderful sewists who do remarkable things that I know that you would enjoy watching and learning from. So until next time, happy sewing. I'll start the tour here with my 1948 Singer sewing machine. It's still my favorite and the one that I prefer to sew on. And it's the same setup that I had in the rental house. Here is my husband's grandmother's sewing box. That's what this little table is. So I put it back into use to hold my sewing things. And everything is messy, but it's kind of real life around here. My serger there, so I can just move over to it. We have this little high chair that I can't bear to get rid of. I guess I'm waiting for grandbabies. So let me pan around this way. It's quite a mess, and let me back up. This is my office. So I have my big office desk, which doubles as a cutting table, which I like very much. So over here is my printer set up. And then we have this rolling cart that we roll in and out of the kitchen to do prep work, but it's also great for doing sewing. And then my daughter's set up here, her sewing machine, and one of my grandmother's sewing machines there that she just uses as a desk. So anyway, she's kind of between projects right now and just stacked everything up as we prepare for Christmas. And I have this electric fireplace, which I do use sometimes. And then if you keep going around, you see the dining room. So it's all open, which I don't know, I love. I didn't think I would, but I do. The house in Kentucky was open, but it was very echoey. So it's not echoey here. So this little sitting area here, which when my BFF comes, we turn this around, turn on the fireplace, and have our coffee there. And of course you can see my light set up and my tripod. So I also have some things downstairs. I will take you down there and show you those. All right, this is my laundry room, which is actually washing clothes right now. Turn the light on. Ooh. So washer dryer in here, a place to hang clothes and store things. But then we have this cubby, double cubby here, and it is filled with our sewing items, projects. This is like a dress that I've been working on. There's material there. Of course, the towels are here because that load was just finished up. My daughter has fabric stuffed everywhere. I have fabric and crochet things. But this turned out to be a really nice place to store our projects. And then if we turn around under the stairs, and there's not a light in here, and I took my lamp out to use for something else. I have this same old 3-drawer plastic cabinet with all my notions, my extra interfacing, ribbons, projects, and the bottom drawer is my patterns. And back there is where we keep our Christmas stuff and then our extra paint. Look at that original 1974 linoleum. That's awesome.